Yes, we are George and Samdria Stewart.
That's us. We were introduced by a friend, and I was a little leery of blind dates. So he decided, since he was going to go to the Shell station, that maybe I should meet him there. And I got a tank of gas, and we talked, and so we met at the Shell.
Just remember just talking more about a lot of different issues, our likes, our dislikes, just our passions, our goals.
We're both educators, so we talked a lot about school and the kids at school and things like that. So that was one of our common ground topics that we talked about a lot, was school.
The first day I saw her, I went home. I talked to my dad. I was like, Dad, I think I met my wife. And he was like, what? And I was like, I think I met my wife. And he was like, okay. He was like, well, just give it time. Work things out. Just keep talking with her. And you'll see. And a year later, we were married.
Well, we talked a long time, and I knew that it was going to be a serious relationship, but I wasn't sure about marriage until he started mentioning it. And I was like, I guess I didn't want to get my hopes up, and so when he started talking about it, I was like, yay. So yes, then I knew how serious it really was when he started talking about it. But so I wanted it to be, but I wasn't sure. I was kind of guarded a little bit at first.
I know for me, I think I'm an independent person. I'm a guy that, I'm not, I don't talk a whole lot, but I just go ahead and take care of business. And now I see, and I just didn't know if that, I guess, the way I am with that, how would that affect her, I guess. But now I know, I'm confident that she's there for me to help me through so many different things. So I kind of had that fear of, am I going to be too much of a take charge person on certain things, or and not give her the opportunity to do some things in a relationship as well. So.
And I was kind of the same way. Like I have a pretty strong personality, and I grew up with just my mom, and so I didn't know. I wasn't quite sure how to balance responsibilities and roles and things like that. So just, I guess, learning what submission was, and learning that it doesn't mean that I'm inferior. It just means that, that's the design that God set up, and that it's actually protection and it's not inferiority. And so just stepping back and learning my role. And so again, the fear was to be stubborn or to not gel together well, that I would be too independent. But just learning biblically, the role of a wife, and praying specifically about staying in my position under him is something that we've prayed about and worked on, and that is still in process, but it's good now.
I just appreciate Sam's just her love for people, and her love for just caring for people, and her love for caring for family, and it's just awesome. Because she's brought our family together even closer. I'm not just talking about immediate family. We're talking about distant relatives. And our daughter Ariel, her side of the family. Just everybody's just on one accord now, and it's still a process, but it's just God's blessing that she's just use her love and showing her love to other people and showing that we all can love each other, you know, as a family. I mean, that's just, I mean, that part there. I mean, God, whew, I don't know what to say. I mean, God is awesome. That's all I can say.
What I love about George and appreciate now more than I did initially was how gentle he is, and I guess I expected because he was so larger than life on the outside that he was going to be like have a stronger personality, and he has strength, but he doesn't use it in an overbearing way, and so I'm grateful for that, and I like the fact that even though he's a big guy, he still knows how to be loving and kind, and you know, he reserves his strength for the times when he needs it, and he doesn't always you know, use that to, you know, take charge all the time. That he lets, you know, me have a role and a say too. So it's a good balance.
I'd say the best advice is keep Christ first. Continue to pray specifically as an individual, pray as a couple, pray as a family, and continue to learn God's word, and just continue to let Him lead. You know, just lead you. And, you know, and don't worry about things. Give it to Him. He'll work it out. He's blessed us so much in so many different ways. It has my head spinning. So, so just keep Him first, and keep just keep your mind on fruits of the Spirit, and you'll be. I mean, I just continue to work.
Pretty much the same thing. We've been blessed to be part of Crossover since we were still newlyweds, 2 years married, I think. And so just to be taught together, to be taught the same way, the same principles, to be taught God's word accurately, and not just taught the word, but how to apply it to our lives individually, our marriages, financially, in a working environment. So lots of different things that couples struggle with. Sex, we have sex in the gospel. Money, we have financial peace. How to deal with in a marriage relationship, we have the marriage ministry. How to be a young adult, how to be a woman who you know, is in the world but not of the world, how to be a godly man, a father, a husband. You know, we have so many different classes and things here, and groups of people that are just willing to pour into you. And so we've been blessed to be taught and be a part of the Crossover family that has really helped us. So I would recommend being in a Bible teaching church, if not Crossover, some Bible teaching church, and to stay connected and not just be a Sunday member that comes and sits and leaves, but to get connected and be a part of the opportunities that are available.